What is art? It's a question I've been asking myself for a while now. Not much of an answer. I've been chasing dead ends, studying the masters, looking to nature, and I just can't seem to figure it out. I look back at all the work I've done, and it's meaningless, pointless frustration. But then I saw it. I saw it in a dream. A glorious figure. The Elder Spoon. He spoke to me and he showed me spoons of different colours, sizes, textures, cultures, and they were all beautiful. I knew what I had to do, and I knew who I had to be. Hello! I hope you like the intro. It's Spoon June, as you should all know at this point. It's that time of the year where we revel in the glory of spoons. We paint them up, and then we apply what we learn from painting them to more complex things like armor and mechanical pieces and whatnot. The idea is generally that sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating to hop right into a study where you're painting a full suit of plate armor. So instead, we can start with something that's completely non-intimidating. There is no way that you could possibly be intimidated by a spoon. So yeah, this idea can be applied fairly loosely across the board in a ton of different areas. You know, if I want to paint a giant landscape, maybe I start with painting a couple of plants, right? Or I start with painting one cloud before I can figure it out. There's no shame in starting small, biting off things in manageable chunks. And actually, it can be quite fun, as Spoon June will likely demonstrate. Just now, I'm trying to figure out interesting ways to get this kind of pattern that's on the spoon. It's kind of more of a weird sieve than a spoon. So I just made a pattern with the radial mirror tool, and then I spherized it to get it to be the right shape. Hacks like that are encouraged during Spoon June. We want to figure out efficient ways to paint metal, right? A lot of the refs that we use for this are going to be in the Discord. The link is going to be in the description. The idea is you paint a spoon a day, and by the end of the month you will be some kind of master at rendering metal, hopefully. You never know. We've celebrated it for how long now? A few years at least. I think originally I had the idea from Cynic's design, and then I think I became more of a fanatic about Spoon June than maybe he was. This is the bit in the video where I apply what I learned from the spoon to something a little bit more complex. So I chose just this helmet and some shoulder pieces. And you'll notice that I'm approaching it in the exact same way that I approached the spoon. I'm starting with a pattern stamp, because that's a good way to get texture in and a range of values in terms of metal. And then I'm painting a silhouette on top of that. And then I'm just marking areas of kind of main primary highlights. You can do a little drawing first, if you like. In fact, something that I've been trying to encourage myself to do is start with drawings first. I didn't with this because I'm a seasoned Spoon June veteran, and I was fairly comfortable just painting it. But certainly there's no shame in doing a line sketch, getting things in the right place. If they're not in the right place, it doesn't matter what value or color they are, they're gonna look wrong. Already, this is kind of beginning to be fleshed out as a helmet. Just getting that value range is important. My top tips for you painting spoons are: 1, make sure the ellipse is correct and symmetrical. It's the most important part of a spoon. You don't want to get that bit wrong. You know, spend some time drawing it out properly. It's really useful to learn, you know, drawing ellipses anyway, so take your time with it. 2, people always get the value ranges wrong. Most spoons are very, very, very reflective, especially if they're metal. So you're going to get areas of extreme shadow and extreme light, and they're probably going to be right next to each other. So, you know, don't shy away from pure white and pure black in cases. Usually people tell you to leave them alone and not touch them. I think a lot of the time with metal you can make some kind of an exception. 3, just focus on the shapes that you can see in front of you. If you try and kind of figure out the forms in your head, it can be useful, but it could also kind of mess you up and confuse you. A lot of the time when you're painting metal, it's about copying shape to shape and just transcribing what you can see on the screen in front of you. So yeah, those are my 3 top tips. And this is Spoon June. Hopefully you'll join me for a spoon a day. We're going to be in the Discord. Everyone's going to be posting spoons. It's going to be amazing. Like I said, the Discord's in the description. My Patreon is also in the description, where I'll be offering my brushes for Photoshop, a private Discord, and also I'm going to be doing paintovers and things of your work, so that should be fun. Good luck. Have a good Spoon June, you know, good happy hunting, I guess. And I'll see you in the Discord.